How's everybody doing out there in trucker world? I'm going to show you how to properly unhook your trailer from your tractor. First, we're going to start with our hoses. Your electrical hose, your emergency hose, and your air hose. So first thing you want to do is, hang on a second, put my gloves on. First thing you want to do is you want to unhook these, and while you do that, you want to twist it up, and that's how they pop off. Simple as that. Same thing with your electric line. Pull it out right there. And you got your last hose there. Snatch that out. Now I have these here just to hold them until I get over to my empty. If you do not have an empty or a trailer to get to right after this, don't do this because this is against DOT regulations. You can't have them sitting there mounted under a piece of rubber like that. They have slots that they go into. Right in there, you see? They fit right in there, and then your electrical goes up there. So after you have done that, you want to go on around the truck. Oh, and anytime you're pulling into the shipper, always have your hazards on, okay? You always want to have your hazard lights on. And then we'll get over here to the crank. All right, your landing gear. So a lot of things that people do with the landing gear is that they put it all the way down to where it starts to lift the trailer up. And you don't want to do that because it makes it harder for the next man. So what you do is you put it in the high gear so that way you can do it at a quicker rate. The low gear is for when that dummy who puts it all the way down and lifts the trailer up, who makes it harder for the next guy. So what you do when you let it down, you want to leave a little space for the trailer to drop after you pull your tractor out, okay? So you turn this down here. I'll show you what I mean just as soon as I'm done with this. Okay, see that right there? That's too much space in between the ground and the landing gear. You're gonna break something if you do it like that. What I mean by leaving a little bit of space is about 2 inches, maybe 3 from the ground. So that way when it drops, you'll hear a little thud, okay? And what that does is it relieves a lot of pressure from the next guy to crank it up. Because if you leave that weight on there, when he decides to crank it up, he has to crank all that weight up first, okay? So leave a little space where you're gonna drop it. You see how I left about 2 inches from the landing gear to the ground? So when I pull out, it's gonna actually drop on the ground. Not too hard, but just, just enough so that when the next guy loads up, he'll actually lift the truck up, the trailer up, and he can crank it a lot easier. So then after that, you want to come and unlock your fifth wheel. I don't know if you can see it right there, but that's your fifth wheel. Locking handle or locking jaw, whatever. Some trucks come equipped where you can push a button inside the tractor. Or some is actually like this where you have to pull the lever. So what you do is you pull that out. There we go. Once you pull that, your locking jaw is released now. So now you can pull your truck out. Okay? So basically you start off with disengaging your hoses. Okay? Then after that, you want to come down and let your landing gear down, but remember, leave an inch or two so that it'll be easier on the next man who lifts it, okay? And then after that, you want to release your locking jaw. Stay tuned for my next video on how to properly attach the trailer to the tractor. Thank you.